Hello, in this skill, we are going to look at what we call surds. We will define what surds are, give examples, and also look at operations where you add or subtract surds. Walk with me and please make sure you have somewhere to write. What is a surd? A surd. A surd is an expression. This is an expression. This is an expression. This is an expression that involves an expression that involves a square root, like that, cube roots, there's a comma here, or any roots that cannot be simplified, into a rational number, cannot be simplified into a rational number. I'll give you an example of numbers, roots of numbers that cannot be simplified into rational numbers. For example, if we say root 2 and another one root 3 and maybe the cube roots of 5. These three cannot be simplified further, and if you do, you are not going to get a rational number. For rational numbers, for example, if you have root 4, these ones are now ones that can create rational numbers. Root 4 will be simplified to 2. Root 64, for example, will be simplified to 8, and so forth. These ones give rational numbers, but now the above ones are surds. I want you to understand something very small. Let us say, for example, we have an irrational surd, an irrational number A, root A. So we shall have to define this number inside the roots. We call it a radicand, a number inside the roots, inside the root. Any number inside the root. For example, if we say root 2, then 2 is a radicand. Then this is the root. It's good to understand that. Sometimes you'll get questions where, or problems where, we have numbers outside the root and others inside the root. For example, we have 3 root 7. This is not the cube root of 7, but 3 times root 7, 3 root 7. Then these two numbers have got names. Already we have said this one is a root. Then 7 is a radicand. And 3 is called a coefficient. So you need to master those three. This one is a coefficient, then this is a root, and 7 is a radicand, or a number inside a root. The climax of our discussion today is addition and subtraction of surds. We have what we call, the first one here, we have what we call like surds. And what are these like surds? They have the same radicand. They have the same radicand. For example, a radicand is a number inside the root, so they have the same radicand. You can say, for example, root 7, then plus maybe root 7. This means you can be able to add or subtract numbers or surds with the same radicands. These can be added these like surds can be added or subtracted. Added or subtracted. Did you give an example there? For example, e.g. example, I want us to do just a very simple example. Root 5 plus 3 root 5. In this case, my learner, we shall first of all combine the coefficients. Combine the coefficients. I mean, these are numbers outside the roots. Numbers outside the roots should be combined. And for the case of addition, we add them. That's how we combine them. For example, look at root 5. It is assumed that the number outside the root here is 1. So, because it is like 1 times root 5, that is root 5. And also the number outside the root in this second factor is 3. So we combine 1 plus 3 brackets and then root 5. What does it give us? We will get 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. This is 4 root 5. That is the answer to our problem. Another one. For the second example, we have 3 root 7 minus 2 root 7. In this case, the numbers outside the bracket or the roots can be seen clearly. We have 3 and 2. So first of all, we combine them. And because it's a minus, we say 3 minus 2 root 7. 3 minus 2 is 1. Then 1 root 7 is the same as root 7. The last thing in our video is B. Unlike for the case of unlike surds, we said they have different radicands or numbers inside the root, hence cannot be added or subtracted directly. So what happens is, I have given you an example of root 5 plus root 3. The numbers inside the root are different, so we can't add or subtract them. We can have another one, 2 root 3 minus 3 root 2. 3 root 2. As long as the numbers inside the root are different, as long as they have different radicands, then we cannot simplify them further. We cannot add or subtract them directly. So the expressions remain, finally, the last point, the expressions remain in their original forms, original forms. Having discussed about addition and subtraction of surds, I have a small quiz for you. Please attempt adding 3 root 7 plus 7, and the answers are here. Just one answer is correct from A, B, C, and D, and let me see your reaction in the comment section. Goodbye. See you in the next video.